If you ever caught yourself getting really mad while you're driving, it's like you're screaming in your car. They can't hear you. You're ridiculous. You are screaming at yourself. You're making yourself mad. I will tell you, Austin is one of the most frustrating cities in America to drive in. I mean, think of it, Austin's motto for a long time is, if we don't build it, they won't come. But people came anyway, so there's always ridiculous traffic. People can't understand the roads because they're all new, and then the locals don't want them to be here anyway, so they hate anyone they think is from California. So anyways, I think driving is always a good test of one's stoicism, of one's philosophy. You know, like, if you ever caught yourself getting really mad while you're driving, it's like you're screaming in your car. They can't hear you. You're ridiculous. You are screaming at yourself. You're making yourself mad. Or I always love someone gets angry and so they start driving really dangerously. Like, who is that going to punish? Like, you're going to die in an accident and that's going to be punishment for the other person. I'm not sure how that works. So I think at the core of Stoicism is this idea from Marcus Aurelius. He says, you know, the consequences of anger are always worse than what provokes it. Seneca's line, you know, he's like, you wouldn't return a kick to a mule or a bite to a dog. But that's what happens. Someone drives poorly at us or someone's rude to us, and we have to return the favor, even if it literally comes at the risk of our own health. I mean, it's nuts. So the Stoic would hopefully be a kind and a generous and a forgiving driver, certainly a patient driver. You know, one of the things we talk about in our Daily Stoic anger course, the Taming Your Temper one, is just this idea of like, what do you look like when you get mad? And so next time you see someone get really upset when they're driving, just realize that that's how bad you look. Like, you look as insane as the frothing at the mouth, veins bulging, you know, screaming, flipping people off driver. You are not better than them. And hopefully that shames you into a little bit better behavior. If you yell at your people every time something is wrong, they'll just be like, oh, Tom's a yeller. Right. And if I just don't mind being yelled at, I can get away with anything. Right. Do you know what I mean? And that happens in companies a lot. Common. It's like you have to be in some ways calculating and controlled and choose what you're gonna get upset about. Otherwise, the people that you're projecting that to aren't gonna be able to discern a minor mistake from a catastrophic mistake. It's very important that you're not the boy who cried wolf, you know, the one who's screaming about inconsequential matters, and then when someone messes something up, when they cross that red line, they're not going to take it seriously because you're like, look, you yelled at me yesterday because the coffee was cold, and you know, here you messed up something on my calendar or whatever it is. You've got to be able to use those emotions, how you articulate what you're feeling, or you know, how you're going to act in a meeting, or how you're going to present a plan. That's a communication tool, and you've got to be able to use that. You can't just be, oh, I'm not feeling it, so I'm down today, or I'm in a shitty mood, so I'm gonna be yelling today. That's not a good way to make those tough decisions. When was the last time you lost your temper? And were you proud or happy with yourself that you did? You know, Marcus Aurelius, he talked about how much more destructive the consequences of anger were than the things that caused it. And he's right. And when I think back in my own life, when I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, I'm not proud of the temper that I have. And that's why we created this new course, Taming Your Temper course. It's 10 days of Stoic inspired wisdom designed to help you conquer your anger problem. The truth is, even if you don't have an anger problem, anger still is a problem for you. So I hope you'll check out this course. It was crafted by me and the Daily Stoic team. I think it's great. We've had an incredible amount of feedback from the thousands of people that have taken it, and we've heard from their friends and family about what a difference it's made for them. So you can check that out at dailystoic.com/anger.